Welcome to Rick's Corner. I was down at the beach today and the sun was beautiful. It was 77 degrees here in California, sunny, not a cloud in the sky. And it made me think of some things. It made me think about the days I used to live down here and I'd sit out in the sun all day long and bake. And I had a magnificent tan. Flawless skin, no blemishes, it was like satin. And those are the days in my 20s, of course, which we all had good skin when we were younger. But we would all lay out down at the beach and we'd lay in the sand for hours and oil up with baby oil. Some guys use salad oil. Whatever you could do to get those rays to penetrate to make you dark. Tanning back then was more of a supposedly a healthy lifestyle. We trained, we ate healthy, we laid in the sun to get that glow, and we never thought of repercussions down the road years from now what it was going to do. Well, over the past 15 years, maybe longer, I've developed certain areas of skin cancer on my face, on my arms, on my legs, on my chest, and they have to be removed. I go in every 3 months for a checkup, and we'll find 3 or 4 spots and they'll take them off. Well, they're basal cell, which is not really bad. I had a couple of squamous cells on my head. I have one on my leg. That can spread, and you don't want it to spread. It's not melanoma, but it's squamous cell. Well, that's due to all the years in the sun back in the 70s. And people tell me, you know, I have skin cancer. Well, you know, all those years of laying in the sun. I said, what do you want me to go back and retract it and take it away? It's my lifestyle. That's what we did. We didn't know what was going to happen. I can't go back and remove it. My past, it is what it is today. And what you do is you take care of it and move forward. Well, over the years, tanning has changed. Let's just say about 20-something years ago, maybe longer, the tanning beds came out. Maybe 30 years ago, tanning beds came out. Well, you can lay in the bed for 15-20 minutes and get a pretty quick tan over a couple of days and be pretty dark. No one thought much about it because you're not laying in the sun, you're not getting direct rays, so how harmful can it be? Then doctors said those are UV rays and or UVBs, and there's UVAs and UVBs, and they can still give you skin cancer. So you've got to be careful going in there, not overuse it. You've got to use a certain amount of sunblock. But it did make you tan. However, the tan wasn't the same as it was from the beach. The idea of the beach is the healthy glow, the way certain parts of your body got different colors than other parts, and it just stood out and you look radiant. You had this glow from the sun, vitamin D, and it made you look really good. Also, when we would shoot bodybuilding poses and for magazines, we would always shoot down at the beach on the water with an overhead sunlight of about 11:30, 11:45, maybe noon. That was the best time to shoot your bodybuilding shots. The reason being is the light would come down, hit you on the top of the chest, and everything below that would be shadows. So it would bring out your muscularity because the shadows would, of course, increase your definition, make you look better. Also, it was believed that a tan would make you look better because if you're white and you're pasty and you're washed out, you're not going to have the definition or the shadows that make you look muscular. It's just not going to happen. You're going to look like a marshmallow. There were a lot of guys who had that type of skin and they just wouldn't tan. I worked on a commercial with somebody, well-known guy, I'm not going to mention his name, but he would take a sponge and makeup and he would put in his abs for the camera. Well, we did a commercial where he had to pick somebody up and body slam him, and the guy's clothing rubbed against him. By the time he did the shot, the abs were all gone. They rubbed off. All right, so I went from tanning beds, or from tanning in the sun to using tanning beds, and I'd go a couple of times a week, and I got pretty dark. It worked okay. I would enhance it with going in the sun as well, so I could still get that glow. Now remember, the glow was supposed to be healthy. Back in the days of the 50s and 60s, even the 70s, it was based on lifestyle, health, fitness, and tanning. That's what the beach was all about. Now we have the tanning salon. Then all of a sudden we're using Dioderm and we're using spray tans and other types of tans. And if you look at the people in the contest now, they've gotten so tan, they look like a box of See's chocolate. I think it's gotten way overdone. The orange color looks horrible. It's almost an orangish green. You see them down at the beach in Venice walking around, look like they put them in a spray booth and they just did them top to bottom. It's not a healthy looking color. It's just one solid mass of dark color. And it took away what tanning is supposed to be. It took away what bodybuilding was supposed to be in the lifestyle of fitness and health. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And you're afraid to rub next to them because it'll come off on you. You'll ruin your sheets, you'll ruin your clothes. And it is what it is. Then they came out with the tanning injection that you can inject in your body, and it makes you sick for like 30 minutes, but it makes everything black. Your whole body just turns dark, every piece of skin on you. How healthy can that be? It has to affect your liver to some degree. It has to. So the whole meaning of health and fitness and bodybuilding and lifestyle from the 50s and 60s, from days like Steve Reeves and Reg Lewis and those guys that were all healthy bodybuilders with Joe Weider on the magazines looking fun in the sun. If you look at all the old magazines, we're always out in the sun on the beach running. Nowadays, all the bodybuilders are in the gym training hard with a grimace, making the faces. None of the guys made the faces like that either. So the whole meaning of tanning has gone out the window. It's now, how dark can I get? And they'll put oil on top of it, and they look, like I said, a box of See's candy with oil on it. Anyway, I wanted to bring this up because a good tan looks nice. It is healthy in moderation. You do get skin cancer if you're one of those people that you'll get it. And that's a sad thing to get. You don't want to get it. If it turns into melanoma, it can kill you. The basal cell, the squamous cell, okay, you can get away with that, but who wants that either? You get sores in your arms and you get them removed and you have little scars everywhere, and it's just part of what we did back then. So I don't have a conclusion to this. I don't know the answer. Maybe the spray tan is the answer. At least it makes you look a little bit colorful if you don't go overboard with it. We used to use a sponge with the Dial-Derm, and it got all over the bathroom floor and everything was orange. Your hands are orange. You look like oranges inside. I don't know. I don't think that's healthy looking at all. I think sun in moderation. If I go out and sit in my backyard for about 15-20 minutes, okay, it's going to be okay. I'm going to have a glow. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to give me skin cancer any worse than what it is. But it does make you look better. There's no question about it. Everybody looks better when they have a glow and a little bit of sun on them, a little vitamin D. Being washed out and pasty, no. The other thing is, if you're going to do this, you want to moisturize your skin. When you shower, get a good moisturizer. Always put it on after you shower because your body's still a little damp, and the lotions and the stuff you put in keep all that water and moisturizer in your skin. It will keep you from aging. And the other thing is, they say that laying in the sun too much makes you look old. I never felt that at all. Laying in the sun made me look younger. It kept my skin tighter, less wrinkles, and it just was better for me. Now, there's other people that go the opposite way. I see them down in Santa Monica. They're older. They're 60s and 70s and 80s, and they look like shoe leather. They're all wrinkled up and leathery. But I'll bet they didn't moisturize their skin either, which was really important. Anyway, that's my bit on tanning and bodybuilding and fitness. Take it for what it is. Do what you want to do. I laid it out how it works and what the repercussions are, and go from there. Thanks for watching Rick's Corner, and I'll see you next time.
It's RickDrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.